about ready to kick off.
And
I've got a bit of a script, but I'm probably going to completely deviate from it because that's probably the way I normally do these things. So first and foremost, welcome everybody to Midland Depot. My name's Phil Hewitt. I am Director of West Midland Metro. I have the honour and the privilege of being responsible for the whole of the Metro programme, for what we do here, day in, day out, delivering a fantastic service, and what we're doing with the wider programme of expanding the network over the next few years and really bringing the benefits that this network has delivered to the whole of the region in the years ahead. So it is a real pleasure to sort of welcome everybody here, staff, visitors, members of the panel. It is a really special day. 20 years ago, I think I was looking very enviously. I was working on another scheme down south, and we didn't actually manage to open in time. There was a race on to see who would open first. Midland Metro won. I was delayed by a further year before I could get my scheme open, so enviously looking on ever since. It's a really special day. I would like to just mention a few people who are here today, particularly our passenger panel members. Thank you. We really rely on your input. It helps us make the network better all the while. And in particular, 20 years old today, so I'm told. So we share a common birthday, and I understand you actually made your very first journey on public transport by tram on the way back from the hospital. So a real achievement. We must be in your blood. Mr. and Mrs. Carr, I think you've lived with us and we've lived with you for a good 20 plus years. Delighted to have met you earlier. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I really hope that you're going to be seeing yet more change and development that will make, really keep that interest and passion for the Metro and for railways in general going for the future. And it's a real pleasure to welcome you up. Things have changed. 20 years ago it was a very different Metro to what it is now. Line 1 took a long while to deliver. As all tram schemes have done, they take a very long while to deliver. But it was done, and it's been, it's had its challenges, it's had its ups and downs. And I think I should mention National Express, without whom this network would not be here today. They worked really carefully with Centro over many years to keep this network going, and an awful lot of the staff have been here for a long time, many of whom have been here for 20 years, but have worked through from the previous operator, National Express, who actually kept the network going along with Centro through some of the challenging times it had in its early years. But what a difference that has all made. And we've got a network to be really proud of today. And I think you will all join me, I'm sure, in recognising the achievement that the staff in particular have made in turning this into something that the region can be proud of, and that is at the heart and the core of our strategy for growing public transport across the whole West Midlands, and that will underpin the real rebirth of the West Midlands in the years to come. Metro is the core of what's going to be transforming the way in which people move around this region. And I think we will be proud of the fact that what you've done here by developing this service and producing something so good has meant that we've got people really willing to invest millions and potentially billions of pounds into the network for the future. So a brilliant job by all of you. Fantastic achievement. Just a couple of things looking to the future. Well, earlier this year we got £450 million approved to invest in further expansion of the network. The work's already starting just down the bottom to link in the old South Staffordshire Railway into Line 1, and in the next 4 years we'll be running tram services from here straight down through Dudley and all the way through to Briley Hill. That's going to be a real game changer for the region. In another 6 months, there or thereabouts, we'll be opening the country's very first section of catenary-free tramway. So you'll be able to take a tram that will run entirely on batteries from Grand Central all the way through to Centenary Square. And those of you who take the tram into town later on, if you want the battery tram, you'll be running catenary-free down through to Soho, Benson Road. We're already doing something that nobody else in the country has done. This is the real benefit of this network. We can innovate, we can do things differently, and we are investing considerably. more extensions to follow. So later this year, Centenary Square. Next year, we'll be opening through to Wolverhampton Station, and the works are going really well up there. A year after that, we'll be opening all the way down to the Hagley Road with our new terminus just by Five Ways. And 2 years after that, we'll be opening down to Briley Hill. So there is a particular investment. We'll have another 25 new trams arriving starting in 2021. So the fleet of vehicles will go up to nearly 50 vehicles. So the investment is non-stop now. This is going to grow, it's going to change, and it's really exciting. We'll unveil our and there'll be celebration. This is the start of a year of change, a year of opportunities to celebrate the success. It is important to recognise what we've done. In a little while, we'll also be commemorating the real contribution of people who have been here for the whole of that period of time. And Carl Williams, our operations director, will be leading on that. But really, all I can say is it's with immense pride that I want to celebrate with you 20 years. But I'd also like to now invite Colin Roby, who I think was here 20 years ago, not least because I think I had some rivalry with Colin 20 years ago, and he took me to a couple of interesting pubs to show me what was being built, somewhere in the Wednesbury area, by recollection. So invite Colin to say a few well-chosen words.
Thank you very much, Phil. Also the first chosen word there. As Phil said, I've been asked to write a little ode to look at the 20 years that Midland Metro opened. It's quite interesting actually, because there are certain incidents mentioned in the poem that there are people here who are involved in. It's also rather ironic that we've got the sound effects through the microphone, akin to a thunderstorm. From thunderstorms does lightning come. Anyway, here we go. Any thoughts of a lucky project were shattered in a trice. 2 days before we opened, tram 3 struck by lightning twice. First one shocked the driver, blew contact breakers out. The second one, with the pan down, really had some clout. It burnt 2 holes in the tram roof, very sorry sight. It left the tram out for 6 months, a sign of nature's plight. The opening gala Sunday was a runaway success. We packed the visitors on the trams without too much finesse. 60,000 invites were sent out in the post, and judging by the crowd that day, were taken up by most. They were waiting on the platforms as we opened the tram door, and came in 2-hour batches from 10 o'clock till 4. A brave decision on staffing in the early days was made. All on-train staff were taken from within the retail trade. It was felt that you could train somebody who knew of customer care, so we waited for some incidents to see how this would fare. The first test came. Tram 1 broke down at the stop at Kenrick Park. And what followed there, I witnessed. It really was alarm. Customer care was miles away, they couldn't give a damn. Like all good operators everywhere, first thought, how do we move the tram? Another lovely story that I feel must be told sits up there alongside other Christmas tales of old. The last tram down from Birmingham. Loadings were quite poor. When the tram stopped at Black Lake and a goat came through the door. And just like the Nativity, the goat got shelter for the night. Slept in the smoking shelter under the stars so bright. It wasn't too salubrious, not too far to roam, but a couple of days after Christmas, his owners took him home. We booked a system audit and started with the trams. They wanted to look at everything, from as-builts through to rams. We were given some early feedback. After a little time had gone, you think you're a fleet of 16 trams, but you're 16 fleets of 1. We thought that they were kidding, it had to be a joke. But at the first planned bogey change, the loom went up in smoke. It led to real problems, the fallout, it was great. When the GM said the wiring was like spaghetti on a plate. But sadly, it was all true. The consequence was dire. Every one of 16 trams had to have a loom rewire. Another famous incident that I could hardly pass was one concerning tram 7 and the broken mirror glass. A driver message was received, certainly no joke. They'd clipped a lorry, turning, and the mirror glass was broke. 2 fitters with spare mirror went up to the stop to wait. One nut to undo a quick change would hardly make the tram late. They got a shock when the tram came in. They stood to watch it pass and saw that all the passengers were up to their ankles in glass. Yes, the mirror, it was broken. It really had caught a cloud, but down the near side of the tram, the windows were ripped out. The damage was considerable, causing us some fears. Tram 7 didn't turn a wheel in anger for another 7 years. And so to the mighty Sleipnir, Odin's 8-legged horse. It had its share of critics, but it's public art, of course. It started to suffer damage. The kid swung from its neck. We consulted all the experts to keep the problems in check. It came to a head one evening, spotted from afar. The safety manager driving here saw it from his car. The horse had become a dragon, flames coming from its nose. We planted blackthorn bushes and built a sturdy fence. Treated the plinth with greasy paint, and hence we'd stop any access to the horse when someone said, "Oh heck," something like that. We've installed all these measures and left the rope around its neck. But it's all been far from doom and gloom over all these years. We've done enough to sit there, well up with all our fears. Not long after we'd opened, received a call one day. Could you call at Bilston Job Centre when you're down our way? The manager requested that I get involved in a major problem that they would need to be resolved. A serious job problem. The steelworks had closed down, and most of the displaced workers had rarely left the town. They'd never had to travel, the workplace was so near, and the thought of public transport filled them with great fear. The Metro had solutions for the confidence they lacked. If they missed the tram stop going out, they could call they're coming back. Now, like all of the tramways, we produced a guide to find good beer, and ironically that provided us with a solution here. Working with the manager, we made enormous strides and produced for all the would-be workers, Metro would send good job centre guides, offering free tickets for visits and interviews. The idea started spreading as Wolverhampton heard the news. I went along to meet them. They wanted to do the same. At that point, as head of ops, I thought, this ain't my game. So we all met with Alison Pickett on what was a fateful morn, and from that good job centre guide, Workwise, it was born. So to innovation, which moves on at a pace. We were leaders in the UK and with real rail interface. Industry and academia working in accord. Far less wheel and railware savings across the board. And having a single expert on the wheel lathe in the tent, put tyre wear on the trams down by 32%. We've tested vibration monitors and composite grab rails. We've tested lightweight seating and vanadium on the rails. We've tested laser measurement. Runs like that really were a hit in showing what we had to do to make the new trams fit. And finally on innovation, that 7 months from today, we will operate the first battery trams here in the UK. In 2012, prepare for growth. For this we must upgrade. Months of detailed planning before we see us made. Didn't take the contractors long to find where the coal came out, but didn't help with cost or time when they filled the void with drags. In future times, when geologists come round these parts to look, they'll find so much drag you'll see Wednesbury in the Guinness Record book. But despite these daily obstacles that were planted in our way, we still delivered full service every single day. And similar problems face us now as we plan to further grow. But it should be easier this time to achieve the plan, you know, for changes in the management should mean an easier ride. But with Alliance and the concession back, we're all on the same side. Throughout all those 20 years, awards have come our way. Particularly rewarding is to hear what passengers say. Again, we were trendsetters. As a tramway, we were the first to join in passenger focus. Sit back and fear the worst. But we need not have worried, for despite our growing pains, we came out with results far better than the bus and trains. The Wednesbury crew won many awards at the Trades annual event. At Summer Lane, the sponsors group received rewards for the time it spent designing schemes for future routes, the layout of the tracks, consultations, land and property, plus the Transport and Works Act. Not only operators and sponsors have benefited in that way, consultants, advisors, contractors, all have had their glory day. And so to 2015, and the network starts to grow. After last-minute straight current tests to Bull Street, off we go. An emotional day for many who thought they'd never see trams on the streets of Birmingham with roads all traffic free. Then pushing on the street section from Christmas through to May, we arrived at New Street Station on the spring bank holiday. From there the push was started. We have no time to spare. By the end of 2019 we'll be in Centenary Square. Then on down to Edgbaston, line 1 would be complete. Wolverhampton Station and the airport, new passengers to meet. Wednesbury to Brierley Hill, work on this there will be plenty. So I ask you all to raise a glass, success in the next 20. Thank you. And I'll now hand over to Carl who will do the 20-year award. Thank you.
Hi, good morning everyone, thanks for coming along. Baines. John Bennett. Nigel Cook. Jess Coulson. Steve Fletcher. Delroy Forrester. Linda Kieran. Angela Saunders. Kevin Petty. Carl Smith. Lisa Stanbridge. Not paying attention, are you? I've already said your name once. There you are. Anthony Stanley. That's everyone. So, to the doors. To also celebrate the anniversary, we have had a tram wrapped to run around the system for a year, or for the 20th year, as I say, to honour this day and to honour the year. So I'd like to unveil that to a song from yesteryear, shall we say.
Happy birthday